Guilty Pleasures Live! We are doing a live finale here in Los Angeles. You can come to the recording, see us in person on April 20th. That's right, 420. We are going to be at Dynasty Typewriter doing a recording for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. This is going to be our final event. Come party with us. You can buy tickets at dynastytypewriter.com. If you can't join us in person, there's also going to be a live stream. For everyone who can't come, obviously, you will get the episode a week later. But for those who come or watch the live stream, it's going to be a longer show. We're going to have some Q&A, some other surprises, hang out. It's going to be a party. So come join us for the Guilty Pleasures finale live. Celebrate us. Familia, we'll see you there.
Oh, God.
What?
Hey, everybody. We've only got a few episodes left.
Oh, fuck you.
But the podcast is forever. Guilty Pleasures.
Wow. This is some fucking bullshit.
But we'll always be familiar in our heart till the end.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Fuck.
Welcome to Guilty Familia.
Oh, my familia. That was,
the
first of all, that
pain.
was fucked up to do.
That
No,
was
I'm
very fucked up.
BMSing.
Can you believe that wasn't even rehearsed? That was just off the dome.
That's
Wow.
great. That's a good one.
It was pretty good.
I love that.
You should think about a career in
You
rap.
should definitely do an improv song competition or something.
Wow.
Of
Just
sorts.
based on that song.
Just based off of that.
That was impressive.
I'm feeling good, but also the mood is furious because it's time for Furious 7.
It's Furious fucking 7,
The
baby.
best of them, some say.
Question mark.
Question mark?
Is Fast... This is actually, that's a good title. Is Furious 7 the best of them? Question mark.
Is it?
I say
And
yes.
meaning movies in general. Movies as a whole.
Of
Yeah.
all the cinema.
Is it the best
all-
of them? Parentheses cinema?
Cinema? Yes. Yes.
I don't... If you're just like a casual viewer tuning in, yeah, this is our final season of Guilty Pleasures. We're in the home stretch now. I believe this is...
Yeah.
We're into the final 4 episodes here, so you know we had to talk about Familia. We had to do Furious 7, aka Paul Walker's send-off. We'll get into all of that. Was that too soon to just rip that Band-Aid?
Every time it's reminded, like I spend every day forgetting that happened.
I didn't realize you wore the Familia sweater today.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you guys would too, but
Oh, right.
you know, the band is breaking up. So
No.
it
We
checks
just
out.
didn't get the memo,
Oh.
the email.
You didn't check the memo?
No.
Oh, I sent a memo.
You sent a memo?
Yeah, Rainie got it.
I got the memo.
Yeah,
You got the fucking memo?
Yeah, she's wearing the Familia head to toe.
Yeah.
You
No,
can't.
it's
It's
fine.
off camera, but she is.
yeah.
But you know, we as promised, what is next for Guilty Pleasures? We'll keep you guys in the loop, and we'll talk in the weeks to come.
We take life 1/4 mile at a time. Here.
Wow,
Yeah.
Kelsey, way to fucking go.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to tie in the theme with the thing that we're
Yeah.
doing.
That was so
That was
good.
great.
Thank
that
you.
was beautiful.
We get another episode.
Yeah, we do.
I'm embarrassed.
We've gotten 3 extra episodes.
Yeah, wait,
extra.
just so you guys know, we're hitting 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm wowed by a Kelsey joke, we add another.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm embarrassed to say that I don't actually remember which Fast movies we've covered on this podcast.
Yeah.
Feels like not enough in my opinion.
Certainly
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah.
We kind of went out of order because we did the first one and
Yep.
then like the new movie came out, so we did
Tokyo
that, and then we went
Drift.
back Tokyo Drift. Do we even do Too Fast? I don't remember.
I don't think we
did.
did too fast, no.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that we haven't done them all, blasphemous.
Yeah.
We will have to hit them all eventually.
And did we do Fast 5?
no.
No, we didn't do fast.
So what
Garrick's
the fuck?
like-
We just skipped?
We skipped
Are we
the
out of our
best
minds?
ones.
No, but this one's the best, so who cares?
Well, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, do we need to cancel and then just go back and record 6 more episodes?
Yes.
I think that's the only accurate thing to
Absolutely.
do is hard pause.
Yeah. 'Cause
Binge
4
watch.
4 is the soft reboot. 5
but
is the good one. 6 is the
Rock.
great one.
Well,
no, 6.
5 is the rock.
5 is the right.
5 is the
5th
rock.
is the best one.
5th is
7
the
is
best
the one that's actually a great movie.
movie. Yeah.
So okay, let's just give you context here, Familia.
Yes.
If you're confused on the Fast and Furious timeline, it begins the Fast and the Furious. It's Point Break with cars.
Yep.
You have Brian O'Connor, undercover agent who infiltrates a street racing underworld because they're boosting DVD players.
Hell yeah.
Nice. love to steal those lucrative pieces of tech.
Blu-rays, baby. Get them
Not even Blu-rays, just straight up DVD,
DVDs.
I believe.
I don't know the difference. I'm not going to lie to you.
This was pre-Blu-ray.
Wow.
You have Dominic Toretto, the king of the racing underworld. They fall in love, but actually Brian sleeps with his sister, but really it's just for them to fall in love.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel says, I'm a star. Or actually what he says is, sequels aren't cool. So he leaves. It becomes Brian's series. Enter Tyrese.
Yeah.
Enter Ludacris.
Luda.
Too Fast, Too Furious. The candy-coated...
Luda's barely even in the Too Fast, Too
Yeah.
Furious. He's just like a guy that like
They were
just runs
testing it
something.
out. They were like, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see how he does.
That movie is a bomb.
Yeah.
You have then Tokyo Drift, the essentially straight to DVD / was it straight to DVD? I don't remember.
It definitely
think
no.
so.
It went. I saw it in theaters multiple
Yeah.
times.
I remember the billboard
Yeah.
at least.
I'm rusty on my.
Don't try to pretend like you wanted to forget about Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
I never would.
Everybody was trying to forget about
No,
Tokyo
we
Drift.
shan't.
Everybody loves to say
No,
Tokyo Drift
blasphemous.
sucked and blah, 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 blah.
Tokyo. It still rings in my head as a ringtone.
Tokyo
every
Drift
time I hear
is the
phone
one
ring.
that they needed to do because
Yes.
they had all of
Yes.
these Japanese tuners, and it is
Yes.
insane that you didn't involve Japanese people as a whole. And so they're like, let's just go to fucking Japan. How about that?
Does that satiate
Yeah.
you?
Does that satiate you?
That we're
Garrick, will you
stealing your
stop?
And the answer
entire
is
culture?
yes. We
Yes.
are satiated.
Will you stop sending us letters,
Yeah.
furious letters, saying that it needs to be
Fast
in
and
Japan
furious
at some
letters?
point?
So fast.
It's just fucking
How's
why
right so
isn't
fast?
This, you write so fast.
Tokyo Drift is remarkable for a couple reasons. Enter director Justin Lin.
Our guy.
Exit. All talent from the series. You have no one. But Vin Diesel says, I will come back as a cameo at the end if you give me the rights to Xander Cage? No. Pitch Black.
Ah,
Pitch Black.
Yes. So,
hilarious
Then-
bargaining tool.
Fast and Furious, I believe ampersand Furious, number 4, brings the band back together. We got Michelle Rodriguez back. We got Vin. We got Paul. That movie blows. But it sets us up for the grand reunion in Fast 5. We're now bringing all the pieces together.
Yep.
You got Vin. You got Paul. You got Tyrese. You got Luda. Michelle Rodriguez is dead. For now.
Oh,
Add
is she?
Spoiler. Add Han, who died in Tokyo Drift. But don't worry. We're mixing up the timeline. We're going
Just
out of
stay
order.
with us,
It's
Sam.
a fucking prequel.
Enter Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Let's go.
Obviously.
And now for the next movies, the villain of one movie will become a hero in the next. So Fast 5 turns into Fast 6 becomes Furious 7. By the time we get here, we are full. The team, the Familia, they are super agents. They are Heist. This movie introduces Mr. Nobody. They are officially now government operatives. They are agents.
We've come so far from
Yeah.
the streets.
It was way far from the
Oh, yeah.
streets, because, as the old adage goes, when you have a street fight, the street always
wins,
wins.
baby,
That's
even
such
when
a
you're
fucking
standing
heated
on a
line.
roof.
And so now it brings us to Furious 7 and their biggest challenge yet, the fearful Deckard Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
Played by Jason Statham.
Fuck yes.
Nom, 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 nom.
And so,
Love them.
guys, we're fucking here. And this movie, Justin Lin, he did us proud from Tokyo Drift up until now, but we got James Wan in the motherfucking directing seat.
sir.
This movie is also notable for being Paul Walker's farewell. Very sad. We're going to talk about that. This is Furious. Oh, I should say the plot. Actually, I just said the plot
was
leading up to
really
it.
wondering when that was coming. You were given the plot of every other movie to give us the
Yeah.
plot of this one, and what happened?
Jason Statham
Thank you.
stars as Deckard Shaw, brother to Owen Shaw, the villain from the previous movie.
That's
and
right.
he says, I am going to get revenge on all you motherfuckers.
For my familia, he says.
Yeah.
He said, your familia messed with my familia.
Me familia is not too familiar.
It's time for a familia off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so we now flash back to Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, we do.
And we see Han's tragic death and who is driving the car.
Which was the tag at the end of the sixth movie.
That is the greatest
tag.
Yo, we
greatest
don't talk
fucking
about that
tag.
enough.
Great, like truly, as everybody is just like, oh, I'm gonna stay after the credits and look at this after credit sequence. Fast and Furious 6 had one of the best ones because you're watching and you're just like, man, I fucking love, I love Han so much. We had to shift to before he was dead to have an entire movie. And I'm like, yeah, great. Okay, cool. And then in the end of the sixth one, you go all the way back to Tokyo Drift when he gets in a car crash and his car explodes for whatever reason. That's not what happens when cars crash each other. And then you realize that the person who blew up his car was Deckard Shaw because he's been after them. And now you get to like continue.
And it's not just
timeline.
Deckard Shaw, it's Jason.
It's
Statham.
Jason fucking Statham.
Like, we give Marvel all the credit for inventing, quote unquote, the post-credit scene. Sure. Fast and Furious perfected it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is that moment where you go, where could they? Because Fast 5, a triumph.
Yeah.
Fast 6, so good. And you're sitting there in the movie going, where could they go now?
Yeah.
And then you flash back to one of your favorite, most beloved characters dying. And then Jason fucking Statham gets out that car.
And like, you're like, oh my God.
Like, you don't know who I am. I don't even remember the quote. He's like, you don't know who I am.
But you're about
Dominic
to.
Toretto, you don't know me, but you're about to.
You're fucking
And then
about
your
to.
entire
So fire.
Los Angeles south of the 10 home explodes. That thing is definitely worth $3 million by now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just exploded his entire Craftsman house.
Yeah, that's his life savings. You know,
Yeah.
he put everything into that house.
So that now brings us finally, exhaustingly, to Furious 7.
Yes.
This is the best directed movie in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
This is the best. I know y'all love 5, but this one I think was my I forgot how good this one was.
It's
really
really
good.
a triumph.
It brings you story.
Yeah.
It brings you cameos. It
Yeah.
brings you action plus car. It's
Yes.
fight plus car fight.
Yes.
The cars have grown arms and are fighting the
And are
shit out
fighting
of
each
each other.
other.
You're like, oh, this is exactly what I want out of this franchise.
Yeah.
It was just far enough that we get cars coming out of planes, landing on the ground, but it wasn't space. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we are right in this sweet
It's
zone.
There was 7 is the sweet spot of ridiculous car antics, let's say. Like,
With then true emotion and real directing chops and perfectly executed action. Like, it's silly.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too seriously, but then also does take itself seriously
Yes.
in the funniest way. I consider 5, 6, and 7 a trilogy.
a trilogy and like
And
a good.
I would argue one of the best we've ever had.
Yes.
And this is directed by the guy who did the Saw franchise, no?
James Wan, incredible horror director, director of The Conjuring.
What
Oh,
a
nice.
step up.
Yeah. No, so this was him being like, I mean, he had come off The Conjuring, which is such a
great.
heater. That dude,
Yeah,
fucking-
big time.
he's a
Moneymaker.
great director, and I think
It's
it shows.
Terrifying. The Conjuring, fucking terrifying.
Have you
Jesus.
seen that trailer?
No.
Oh my God. Just watch.
Of course I have.
Watch The Conjuring trailer.
No, thanks.
It's them playing hide and seek with clap, clap. And then she's like blindfolded walking around the house. And then she's like in the closet, I think. And then like hands come out and go
No.
clap,
Yeah.
clap.
No.
Oh, it's so good. That movie's so scary.
So
No,
fucking
thank you.
scary.
But that what a step up from that budget and type of filmmaking
100%,
to like
yeah.
this looking this good and introducing yourself as like, oh no, I am an action director now.
I say this with all respect to Justin Lin, who I think is tremendous. We owe all of the Fast franchise of success to
James,
him and
yeah.
his stewardship and his vision. James Wan directs
He ate
the
your
fuck
he ate
out
your
of
lunch,
this
man.
movie.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's doing his best Brian De Palma
Yeah.
impression in this movie. The camera is sweeping around
Oh
Dutch
my
angles while
God.
people are having dialogue scenes.
60 flipping on the table.
Yeah. There's just one scene with Jimon Honsu where he watches Toretto fall down the mountain. And like the way that it's like kind of panning and spinning around him as he watches
As he-
all
yeah.
and that's just a reaction shot, damn near. And it's a wide, you know, like
Yeah.
I apologize for not knowing all of like the directorial terms
That's
for
okay.
this.
You're the writer one.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. I'll stick to my words in my
Stay in
fucking
your lane,
computer.
brother. No pun
and
intended.
I'll hunch all
Really
the
good.
time.
Hey, one
Thank you.
more.
One more.
One more
4
up.
episodes.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. So like, there's just this one scene where it's almost like the wide version of the Michael Bay shot where you know, like where it's just like it's somebody rising triumphantly and it's a low angle and it's like spinning around them and they're like looking around or whatever. But it's like that, but just
these cameras be spinning.
They were spinning for no reason at all.
Even
and
with
it was
a
sick.
simple phone call. That one phone call that Dom and Mia do, I was like, I'm dizzy.
Yeah.
This is an intense. This makes me feel like this conversation is intense, even though they're just talking about where they're going and what they're going to do.
Love it.
Is it good? He knows how to build tension. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he does.
That's a great.
Yeah, he does.
I think that is a really good observation and what sets this movie apart. Because every fast movie has great set pieces and fun and ridiculous and boom, boom, pow, car go fast. This movie has tension.
Yes.
And I think that no scene shows that better than the. It's a huge long set piece. Parachuting cars.
Hold on, you just said that like it was no big.
Yeah.
Parachuting cars,
that
Zach.
shit rips so fucking hard.
Technology is supposed to make our lives easier, so why does it feel like I've got less time than ever? The more I have packed into my days, frankly, the less time I have to think about what I'm packing into my body. Thankfully, there's Tempo, my new go-to for fast and fresh meals. With Tempo, you can select from 20 plus mindful choices on their weekly menu, and all meals cook in just 3 minutes. Tempo is a weekly delivery service that delivers chef-crafted meals from a dietitian-approved menu fresh to your door. Tempo serves up fast, feel-good, single-serving meals that are crafted to cook in just 3 minutes. They make it easy to keep up a healthy lifestyle. Tempo's perfectly portioned lunches and dinners take the guesswork out of eating well, are fully prepared, and can be heated in the microwave in just 3 minutes. They also offer a variety of meals for different dietary and taste preferences. For a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/guilty. That's tempomeals.com/guilty for 60% off your first box. tempomeals.com/guilty. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Put an emphasis on the syllable.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a 10-minute sequence? Because it goes parachuting cars to trying to rescue Ramsey, jumping into a truck, fist fight with Tony motherfucking Jaa, and then into the bus careening over the side of a cliff, which is kind of a like Jurassic Park 2 type
You just
scene.
named 6 different movies.
I know.
Right.
It's so...
Right.
The
That's
most
like the
iconic
biggest
scenes
thing.
from 6
The
different
most
movies
iconic
in
one fucking
10-minute
sequence of them just trying to do the heist.
Well, let's go in order here, and I'll get to the tension when we get there.
Fire.
Cars parachute out of a plane.
Come on.
Oh my
Cars
God.
fucking parachute out of a plane. I don't know if you know this, but cars belong on the fucking ground.
They've never done this
parachuted
before.
out of a fucking plane.
No one's ever done that before. They just did it like they do it every Thursday. They said, we got government money now, honey. We can drop you wherever you want.
We can drop you wherever you want.
Oh, you want to go in between a little mountaintop?
Oh, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, it's
all
like
of them a bit. All of
stoned guy was like, what would you do with the car if you could? Put him in the sky.
Parachute. Fucking drop him. I fucking drop him.
I actively dislike the character of Mr. Nobody. Like it gets more pronounced in 8, 9.
And he's just the fucking, he's the CIA. He's the
goofy.
embodiment of the CIA.
It's silly, and like even the name.
Mr. Nobody, eh?
That said, I think it's one of the smartest things the franchise has done, which said, hey, we're gonna just give him all the superhero toys.
Oh yeah, government money.
You work for us now.
Whatever. Like, you wonder where your tax dollars are going?
It's to these
Mr.
types
Nobody
of
to go to
antics.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'll pay my taxes on time every day.
Honestly, it makes me feel a lot better now.
No, and that's where my
it's
hard-earned
going straight
dollars
to
go.
Vin
We don't need to
Diesel's
fix our
pocket.
roads.
Fucking.
Because they're driving them, fucking them up anyway.
I want you to fuck up somebody else's roads.
Oh, you want to get a railway system in America? Say buy the Fast and Furious franchise.
No.
We don't have time for universal income. We need to parachute cars out of motherfucking planes.
God.
Fucking go, baby.
Can we get a salute counter?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what are we at
Just
this
in the
point?
Lord.
That whole sequence is, and even like the little touches of comedy throughout this movie too, which you have Tyrese's car like blown away by wind and he's twirling around.
Yeah, Tyrese is afraid of heights and has been since the second one, I believe. And so like that being his through line throughout the series has been fun. Like even Tyrese in the second movie wasn't like the comedic.
No, he was cool.
He was cool.
Yeah.
He was like the cool guy.
Yeah.
because his voice is beautiful, you know? So, like, he was a cool guy. He looks good. He looks good. His face is so even.
God, it's so sharp.
His whole head is even.
You
it's
could use
the
a
same tone.
as a screwdriver.
It's nuts. He's a very handsome man that could also sing very beautifully.
Oh, yeah. We forget Tyrese is a singer.
Yeah.
I don't forget.
No, you forget Tyrese is a singer.
I just see him as this character. I refuse to remember.
Forgets.
The world forgets.
I owned his first CD on my little CD tower next to my computer.
Yep. My sister had it, and
Cultured.
it was truly something special.
It was like, ooh, don't turn this on.
Yeah.
We've talked about his music video. It's the shower pouring on his dick because he's too horny.
Yeah. He had to cool it off.
He had to cool it down.
Disappointed in myself, I forgot.
Yeah, Tyrese being the comedic relief in this movie is great because it works so well because he wants to be like a leader in the movie, and he's just like, I actually, I'm just gonna like say that this is gonna be, the plan. We're gonna go straight in because that's the last place that they'd expect is this road or whatever. It's like it's a one-way road. And so he says that as a bit, suggests that as a bit, and then they take the bit too seriously to where they're just dropping out of planes. And he's afraid of heights, and then he refuses to drive out of the plane. And they're like, we definitely accounted for this. And Tej, Ludacris's character, presses a button. A parachute comes out of the back of his car and reverses the car for him. And like he's stomping on the brakes with both feet, trying his best to not have to fall out of this plane. And
This
it's
was
just
your idea.
Comedic.
It's
perfect.
So funny.
Comedic chaos ensues.
Yes.
It's great.
I'm thinking about two moments from this scene where Brian jumps onto the van.
Yes.
First of all,
Fire.
Tony Jaa's in this movie.
Tony Jaa's in this fucking movie.
Talk about it, because this man, I recognize him from so many things and had no idea the legacy that he is.
Yes.
He's one of our great film martial artists.
Yes.
He's Thai.
Thai.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he does. He's been doing Muay Thai since he was like 4 or some shit like that.
Brian has a moment when they rescue Ramsey that I think every dude dreams of having,
I
which
know
is
exactly what you're going to say, you fucker.
You grab someone by like someone's freaking out. You grab him and you go, if you want to live, do what I say.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about when he goes, on the count of 3, I'm going to throw you on the car. 1, and he throws her on 2.
Yeah. Oh, that, I mean, well, yeah.
I
think
genuinely thought that's what you were saying.
I think it's that entire sequence.
Yeah.
It's just like, can you please listen?
And we get the reveal that
please.
Ramsey is a
I
woman.
feel like, okay, that got turned from what I thought was a cool thing to like men want to dominate women.
Oh, no,
I'm less comfortable with that.
It was you talking about how you just want to trick someone on like the 1, 2, 3 point of it all.
No, it's like if someone's freaking out and you just get to like be like, listen to me.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah. It's like the ultimate form of alpha.
It's the ultimate form of trust me, please.
Yeah.
Trust me,
I think
please.
so. Trust me, please.
We've come a long roundabout way to the tension scene, but the bus careens over the side of the cliff. Brian is trapped in there. It reminds me of that scene in Jurassic Park 2 where the kid's stuck in the bus.
Yeah.
Like one of the best scenes from that franchise in a movie that's like fine.
There's a sequence in this game, Uncharted 3, I believe, and he is hanging off the side of a cliff. I think this is how the game starts. It might be the second one. I don't know which one it is. It's either 2 or 3. He is hanging off the side of a cliff, and it's a train that is like halfway off. Yeah, Uncharted 2. So it's the second one. The train is hanging off the side. He has to you have to climb up as Drake or whatever. You climb up and you have to like run off in the exact same way. That scene reminded me of that game or whatever, but it is very cool to watch somebody run on the side of a bus and then hope to make it to the cliff. And then when you're like, fuck, he's not going to make it, Letty fucking drifts around the corner and then he grabs her bumper. That shit, that made it move a little bit. I'm not going to lie. That made it move just to I was like, oh, they're fucking cooking.
This was the first time they used arms as cars. Or, excuse me, this
cars
was the first
arms?
time they used
Yes.
cars as arms in the franchise. Because there was multiple cars as arms in this series.
That's fair.
Whether it be punching through walls or scooping someone from falling off a cliff or saving someone from like they decided No, cars people now.
Yeah, cars
he
can do
flew
it.
at the end. He flies up and uses his car to hook a bag of grenades
Yes.
on
Yeah.
a helicopter.
On a helicopter.
That ain't how car work.
Yeah.
Car arms now.
Car arm now.
Car got armed.
Can that be
Car
the
got
title of the
armed.
episode? Fast Furious 7, car arm now.
Car arm now.
Car arm now.
Yeah,
Car
Furious. Furious arm now.
I was, okay, in that moment where Letty drifts, I kept thinking, I actually don't know if this is helpful.
Oh, right.
Oh, it could hurt.
Like, he was going, if he could make the car, then couldn't he also have made
He
the
can
cliff?
make a ledge. I
Like,
think.
what's
Yeah,
the
but at least
difference?
Letty takes him out now, too.
Yeah.
That's out
Yeah,
of
but then
harm's way.
she stops and whips him to the ground. And I'm like, this all seems more painful
Yeah.
than
It
a
looked
normal
cool.
jump.
It looked cool.
But it's fucking sick. I like.
Let me be clear. It moved a little.
It moved a little. It moved a
So
little.
funny.
I'm just saying. The tires were on. So I think the tires were at the. So, okay.
Now we're getting into the mechanics.
Yeah, now we're getting into the mechanics of it
You
all.
think the car hung a little further off the ledge,
Yes,
giving that
giving
extra inch,
little
which
bit.
then in turn gave us an extra
An
inch.
extra inch. There
I'm
it is.
giving you an episode for that one.
Yeah. So I think that this movie also does something that is pretty annoying to professional martial artists,
Go on.
where you have, Tony Jaa been fighting since he was small or whatever, and they always do that. Like they've done this with Bruce Lee a bunch, when they put them against a white protagonist, and then they're just like, "Hey, America, baby, we're gonna have this blue-eyed white boy beat the shit out
Yeah.
of you."
In
Even
what world?
what world?
No, because now Brian's the top levelist elitist. You missed the part where he Muay Thai trained in his spare time.
Oh
and
yes,
became a master.
I keep on forgetting.
Yeah, they did that.
I keep on forgetting that
Yeah,
part.
for
Oh
sure
damn.
these. Which makes us totally fine and okay.
Yeah. Also, Jason Statham, a trained kickboxer, Olympic level diver or whatever.
Is he?
beats-
Not- yeah.
He
He
beats the
used
rock
to
up.
beat the rock up.
Yeah.
He used
Wait,
to be a
he's-
professional diver. Yeah.
Jason Statham?
Didn't he make a movie about diving?
I believe.
That's
Maybe.
cool. What a fun fact.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh.
Garrick had a fun fact.
Rainie.
You did it.
Look
Fucking
at us.
Rainie. Yeah.
It only took
Fun
the
facts
entire
with Garrick's
series.
back.
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
got
while
one.
we're talking about him, Jason Statham is tremendous.
Jason
Oh,
Statham
so
rips
good.
so hard.
He's the best villain of this
He's
franchise, I
supposed
think.
to be a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
And
they
he's-
turned him into a good guy, it wasn't.
No,
No.
it's so much more fun to watch him just be like this guy that kind of just fucks up every plan that you have. Like seeing him pop up on the road while they're doing this
Yeah.
heist of Ramsey. I was like,
yes.
oh, fuck.
And
no,
I love
no.
the way they introduced his character,
Yeah.
where he's broken into and hacked the most unhackable broken into places.
Yes.
Like that, giving me that as that's his character, and he's so nonchalant about it. I'm like, he fucking rips.
Yes.
He's smart. He's handsome.
Yeah.
He bald.
He's strong. He's
bald.
bald as
He's
hell.
bald as hell.
Mhm.
Doesn't even care. He's just
Where did
fucking
he come from?
How have they not
Britain.
gotten...
Ah,
London.
you sound like you're from London.
You sound like you're from London.
I'm just realizing and thinking, like saying this out loud because we know this is the baldest franchise.
Yeah.
How have they not gotten Bryan Cranston?
Oh, well, Bryan Cranston can grow his hair.
I know he can.
Yeah.
But he's one of our best bald actors out
Yeah.
there.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they've tried to go after him.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they, for some, I'm going to say scheduling reasons, they couldn't.
Right,
Yeah.
because clearly he wanted to.
Yeah. He wants to do anything. He just wants to act.
He's just an amazing
He's
guy.
super happy that he can act.
Yeah.
They should get J.K. Simmons.
Oh.
That shit would rip.
And he ripped now because he's Santa.
He's ripped because he's Santa.
Dude, we could put a bald masterpiece
also
together.
fucking let's just go back and watch the tape. I called that fucking the Santa movie
Red one.
Red One was gonna be good on video on demand.
Yeah, you called that.
and it fucking was.
Yeah, people loved that movie,
Yeah.
and it became a huge hit for Amazon.
Yes.
And
Wow.
I had friends,
Yeah.
friends of mine,
Yeah.
to my face, were they straight faced, recommend it to me.
Yep. Red One rips and
God damn
went up on video on demand. I'm sorry, I'm talking about another movie. Please, J.K. Simmons would be great in Fast anything.
Yeah.
The Rock is not in this movie as much. This is also sort of
Because he was late.
Do you know why?
Because him and Vin Diesel hate each other.
But do you know actually why?
Tell me.
Because he still had his WWE contract signed for something special during this time. So what they did was they said, let's hurt him up top so he can't do anything until the very end final scene when we'll shoot it all and he can actually do action scenes.
That actually makes sense because there's a lot of The Rock as a wrestler lines in here.
Oh, can we talk about some?
Please.
Yeah, let's do it.
My favorite is, I'm going to put a hurt on him so bad, his mama's going to wish she kept her legs closed.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
That's so offensive. Don't bring my mother's sexual life into this.
Yeah, that's really weird.
He is.
Don't speak about her that way.
This is the height of him being a patronizing, sexist. Like, he's so tiptoeing close to the line. He has one line that he just calls people woman the whole movie.
Woman.
He says, woman,
Yeah.
I am the cavalry.
I am the cavalry. Oh,
and
that was
somehow
so good.
it works.
Oh, it works.
Because he's like, that's just what that type of person would do.
He
You
also
better tell me who you are before I break your fingers in 6 places and put it where the sun don't shine.
Fucking Rock. That's the Rock.
Why did I give him a
That's
southern
the Rock
accent?
line. And then he does the rock bottom on him through a table, which is
What
fucking
is
fire.
the rock bottom?
Oh,
Garrick?
that's one of the Rock's wrestling moves where
course
he
it is.
grabs you, puts your arm over his shoulder, and then lifts you up and fucking pile drives you into the floor.
Damn.
Fucking
something
fire.
this movie does so well, and it does it really well with The Rock, is it gives you cheer moments.
Yes.
I remember seeing this in theaters, and it felt like the Super Bowl. Like, one-liners and action scenes and reveals felt like scoring a touchdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's exactly how I felt
I
watching this.
But yeah,
today.
when they opened the gate for Ramsey, everybody's like, Game of Thrones, like immediately.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
You're a lady.
You're in fucking Game of Thrones.
Think about even just these two The Rock moments, right? There is he's in the cast.
Oh my god.
yeah. Fucking
He flexes off the
meme it,
cast.
everything. He flexes the cast off.
Rainie, he flexes
Rainie,
in
he
an
has a
arm
cast.
cast.
He's in a full arm
bursts.
cast, and he turns to his daughter and says, "Daddy's got to go to work."
And flexes it
And then
off.
it goes, "Boosh," and the cast tears off because his bulging biceps.
Oh my
Fire.
god.
That is, first
Guys,
of all, not
I
how
just
muscles.
grew an inch.
There it is.
moved.
Yeah.
It moved.
Yeah, it moved.
It was worth it.
It moved.
That might be the coolest moment in any movie ever.
Yeah.
Then he drives an ambulance off a ledge
Into a drone.
The ambulance is on its side, and he just full standing up straight kicks through the windshield and exits a flipped ambulance like he's entering
Like it's
RuPaul's
a
Drag
toy.
Race.
Because he's a good guy.
Is this before or after Captain America Winter Soldier?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I'm sorry. There's just
I like Kelsey being like, I couldn't.
yeah.
care
I
less.
couldn't even tell. Yeah.
What year is it? I don't know.
Rainie, would you mind?
Why?
checking for me?
Why could you possibly want to know that?
Because the scene in Captain America Winter Soldier where he holds the helicopter from moving with his bicep.
You're wondering
I
who
feel
ripped
like,
off who.
No, I don't know if it's a rip off anything. I feel like when that happened, they were like, there's no fucking way. We can't have somebody's bicep look better than ours.
Yeah.
So we need to do
gotta
some one-upping.
It was 2014. And then let's look
2014?
at this Fast 7.
Was before.
Was before, right?
Yeah, it had to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 2012.
2012, I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he passed in...
Because it's been a long.
Are you?
Wait, no, this
No.
is 2015.
This was 2015. What a good year for my
Fast
life.
7 was 2015?
Yeah, Fast 7.
Because I remember Paul Walker passed maybe in like 2012. So.
They did have to do a lot, and this will get into the fun facts, but they did have to do a lot of stuff because Paul died in the
the not so
beginning.
fun facts.
Yeah,
not so
they
fun.
pushed it a year.
Yeah.
You don't get a ton of The Rock in this movie, but what you get is sublime.
Yes.
Dwayne and Vin, in real life, hate each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm desperate for them to make up.
I
Me
want
too.
them to kiss.
Can you talk about the Golden Globes?
Oh my God.
Please.
Vin Diesel walks out to present at the Golden Globes, and I about shat my fucking
For stunts,
pants.
right?
Yeah, and I texted the group chat and I was like, "Did you guys just see that?" And the boys weren't caught up, and they were like, "What just happened?" And I was like, "Zachary, I don't think you're gonna be well. I don't think you're gonna be okay." Vin walks out, first of all, like he is the best actor there.
Yeah.
He walks out to a room full of arguably some of the best actors of our generation.
Also,
and walks
does Vin
out-
have a project that he's even promoting this
No,
year?
No.
they just said, "Who's the most bald-headed jack motherfucker that's not The Rock that we can get to come do this?" And he walks out And before he reads off the teleprompter, he just looks at Dwayne and goes,
Hi, Dwayne.
"My jaw on the floor."
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And like, famously, this man hates you. Famously, there's a rift in the franchise to the point that they spun off Dwayne's character into a sub-franchise, Hobbs vs. Shaw. You won't come back to the movie. And then I think like days later, Vin posted to Instagram, like, my brother, the franchise isn't the same without you. Come home. Like,
So strange.
It's just like, dog.
I think that was the one time Vin knew he was going to be higher up on a level, height-wise,
that's so
than
funny.
Dwayne, and he took that chance and he made
Yeah.
that moment. I bet you Dwayne's not answering his calls or texts.
I think so.
That was he was like, "I'm gonna call you out by name because you won't text me back."
I
Do
think
we
so.
think that this was a genuine reach out to his brother, or was it like, hey, I'm going to put you in the cuck chair on live TV?
I think it was like I know that everybody knows our history and our tension and whatnot. I'm not gonna try to like clear any air or anything like that, but I am gonna put the ball in your court in a way that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm the bigger person here, literally and metaphorically.
Didn't they cut to Dwayne and Dwayne
Yeah.
looked confused?
He looked like upset, like he was trying to hide the fact that he was upset about it, which is hilarious.
Hi, Dwayne.
I mean, I think that The Rock deserves to be made uncomfortable
Yep.
more often.
Yeah.
What I think he probably had an out of body experience in that moment where he went, "Did he just say my name? Why is everyone laughing?" You know what I mean? Like he was like, "I must have misheard him say my name."
That's so
There's
funny.
no way this bald headed bitch said my name.
That's so funny.
I can't believe he did that.
What is it because they just aren't on? They're both so late to set that they're never that they're blaming the other for causing problems with production.
So that's part of it, but they also both famously have in their contract that they cannot lose
There's no loss.
fights.
Yeah.
And I believe
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
there it is, Rainie.
Yeah.
That is surprising. That's
Oh, you
sort of
didn't know
embarrassing 'cause
this?
it's like, wait,
It's
you're
so
acting.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
that means that you aren't an actor.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like if you have to have clauses in your contract that then make the writer or the director change scenes to cater to you, that's kind of you're not being an actor. You're not being the character.
I believe Jason Statham also has that stipulation.
Really?
So if you look at the
Their
fight
fights.
scenes in this movie, they all end not because someone has bested the other, but due to some act of God.
You
Oh my
mean they
God.
fall out of a window at 72 stories and both land on top of a car?
Yeah.
Or a bomb goes off and The Rock has to save
Yeah.
someone else. So or how about you get to the end where spoiler alert, wrench fight, motherfuckers.
Wrench fight.
yeah.
Jason Statham versus Vin Diesel, and Vin Diesel ends it by stomping, and an entire complex collapses.
Yeah, sinkholes. He sinkholes him.
Yeah.
Because they can't have the fight end by one of them being stronger than the other.
Yeah.
It has to be some other force that does it.
And you know what's
God, men.
Big muscles,
You never
tiny
see that
egos.
with women. You
What's
never
nuts?
see that.
What's nuts is that they had the one person, Tony Jaa, who could beat the fuck out of all of them.
Yeah.
Standing right there.
Just standing right there, and then he gets like a little hook on his
Yeah.
belt, and he falls down an elevator shaft.
They're like,
Because
hey,
he-
Tony, do you want to die? He's like, yeah, I'll
Sure,
die.
I'll
That's
die. I
fine.
don't
Yeah, I don't
care
care.
because it
Watch
doesn't
how cool this
matter.
looks.
Yeah. Can I have like 2 really sick Muay Thai fight scenes?
Yeah,
And they're like, yeah,
Go for it.
okay.
Can
Yeah,
I
you
say
know, in
something
the
though,
other-
controversial? Maybe you won't like this, but I really gotta say, I think in this instance, The Rock is wrong. I'm
what
siding-
instance? Oh, in the fast.
I'm siding with Vin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so in what? In the feud overall?
Bro, Rock, you came into this familia.
I speak
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Preach.
You came into this familia. We invited you into our home. We let you sit at our dinner table. We let you have a Corona.
Okay.
We already got a
Before you
patriarch.
get too fucking crazy.
Tell me.
Before you get too crazy.
Tell me.
This was around the time when, like, I don't know when Fast Five, what year it came out, but this was a time when The Rock was like,
Huge.
the fucking guy.
He
And
called himself Franchise Viagra.
There it is.
We've talked about that.
Which,
Yeah.
sure, he brought eyes.
Are you
So
sure we
he-
haven't done Fast Five?
Yeah.
Because when he came to Fast Five, that was like the third time that he had entered a franchise in the middle and re-given it
yeah.
life
Whoa,
where it
what were the
became
other
box office gold. He did it to G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
never saw
And
that.
I forget what else. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Jumanji. No, I
yeah,
don't know.
that wasn't enough. But this was like a thing that he like this. He was like 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm gonna take your old tired franchise and
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it move a little.
Because after 4, gotta make it move a little.
I
'Cause
just
after
don't think he did all that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but
think
but objectively, he
he did.
he did.
He did.
But like you think if The Rock wasn't in 5,
No,
that this would
It would not have worked
franchise.
as well.
Are
Because
you
5
fucking
was
kidding me?
5 was nuts. 5 was nuts in a way. I think 5 is my favorite because of the equal nature of The Rock coming
Strength?
into the not strength, but just like his
Gravitas.
character and gravitas and all of that stuff is just like, I catch criminals, I'm going to fucking catch you,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, through brute force. The same thing that you do to other people, and I hunt.
God, that movie's so
it's
good.
so fucking good.
I hear what you're saying. I think because I didn't really care about The Rocket then,
Yeah.
The Rocket?
The Rocket.
Rock then, I didn't see him as that big of a force. I liked the character, and I probably was watching it going, this could have been another big bald dude
Yeah.
that I would have, it could have been Jason Statham, and I would have been like, fuck yeah, this is
Wow.
dope.
Wow.
But I don't know. I side with Mi Familia, even though
Yeah.
Vin is delusional.
Oh, let me be clear. Even though Vin Diesel is by all measures seemingly one of the hardest to work with men in Hollywood,
I want to be friends with The Rock.
he's
Yeah.
a shepherd. He's a shepherd of this vision of this ongoing D&D campaign that we call the Fast and Furious
It
franchise.
is. Yeah.
I am Team Vin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Made him laugh.
We made him laugh.
We made him laugh.
But back to the movie.
He remembers the question.
Abu Dhabi, the
Talk about
gang goes to Abu Dhabi, which gives us one of the best,
Oh my God.
like hero shots of just the whole group. I use that GIF all the time.
Yeah.
Them walking down the stairs, in their tuxedos.
Yeah.
We don't have time to do this entire crazy set piece justice, but you've got Michelle versus Ronda Rousey, great fire scene.
Ronda Rousey at the height of her career, peak of her career.
You've got Ludacris doing like this is why I say Brian De Palma in the directing. Like, this is Mission Impossible 1. You have Brian in the you have Luda in the control room with Ramsey over his shoulder. They're trying to steal a car, but then in classic Fast and Furious action, the plan goes to shit.
Yep.
Gotta drive fast.
Gotta drive.
They got to drive a car through 2 buildings.
Yeah.
What's cooler than driving a car out the window of one of the tallest building
The
in the
tallest.
world and landing in another building?
Anyone want to take a guess?
Rainie? What's cooler than that? Immediately
doing
doing
it
it again.
again.
Doing
Yes,
it again.
two
Doing it
buildings.
again because it's another fucking building on the other
And
side.
it's in my
And
way.
it's in my way.
It's not the Burj Khalifa that they're driving through, right? It's just
No,
another big
it's just
building in
another
Abu
big
Dhabi.
building, yeah.
So
Which has no support beams, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
It was under construction
Yes.
at the time.
Okay.
So he's getting it. Guys, there's no other way to say this. Cars fly in this movie, and it's the first time we saw that.
Yep.
He just drives as fast as he can, crashes out the window, floating through the sky, lands through another building that luckily is under construction.
Thank God.
And then, because the plot is awesome,
Yep.
brakes don't work.
Brakes don't work.
I for sure in my head was going, Zach's about to go, uh-oh, brakes don't work. But you did
If I were
it.
better at my
Problem.
job.
No, I think you're actually growing.
Oh.
Congrats.
Brakes don't work.
Yeah.
Nice. There it is.
And so he has to what? Spin out, and guys, he flies through the second one.
Yeah.
And this one is having a museum showing where they ruin millions of dollars worth of art.
Yeah.
For sure.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Easily. But probably millions of dollars and like thousands of years worth of history as well.
Antiquities.
Those were coming
Antiquities.
from like Shanghai Dynasty
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Genghis Khan is upset about it.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
rolling in his grave.
Like, fuck. That's my stuff.
That's my army, guys.
That's my fucking army.
And Vin Diesel just took it out.
Statues.
My
No
statues.
brakes. All gas.
That gives me PTSD.
Yeah,
Anyway,
same.
please
I'm not
continue.
gonna lie. When I hear it, I go,
Oh, fuck. Oh
my
God.
butthole tightens.
I don't want to put any I don't want to put my hand in there.
One other scene I just want to hit real quick before the main event here. We mentioned it very quickly, but there's a wrench fight at the end of this movie.
My God.
Once again,
Lightsabers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. They turn wrenches into lightsabers.
It's so funny. It's the
Say that
same
Star
choreo.
Wars. Eat a
It's just
bag of dicks.
Same choreo as the dual lightsaber fight that
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul kind of, and
Put
like
it in slow motion.
yeah.
Is
And
Zach
it's just-
tuned it to the Renaissance painting of our time where like they're touching
Yeah.
fingers?
They jump each other, but it's so funny that they're obsessed with this lore that Vin killed a guy with a wrench, and that's why he went to prison originally.
Yes.
I didn't realize that's why.
Yeah.
That's
They're
why he's
like,
good with wrenches.
This guy,
God, he's good with wrenches.
this guy, when he gets his hand on a wrench, shit goes down.
Yeah.
My favorite line is when Vin is talking to Mr. Nobody and he's like, my guys, they're good, but they're not killers. And I'm like, have you seen the last 5 or 6
Yeah.
movies you did?
Yeah,
Because,
y'all be
brother,
killing.
you killed a guy with a wrench.
Yeah, you killed a guy with a wrench. That's why he went to jail.
You also,
Brian O'Connor.
vehicular manslaughter abounds.
So
yeah.
many people. Brian O'Connor like headshots 3 people, 4
Yeah,
people in the
at
movie, and then he's just like, I
least.
missed the bullets. It's like the ones
Yeah.
that you sent into other people's faces.
Yeah.
We have put off talking about this
Okay.
for this podcast.
What? So excited. What?
You're not excited. It's sad.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So this was the final movie of Paul Walker's career. He passed away while filming this movie. And so they were halfway through shooting the movie, and they had to figure out, what are we going to do? I think they took almost a year off. They came up with a plan, and it is tremendous. I think what they were able to do, the way that they were able to honor his legacy. They brought in, I know one, was it 2 of his brothers?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And they did face replacement technology, but they were able to complete the movie with his family and give him the send-off that he deserves.
And
Yeah.
Vin named his child Paulina
God damn it.
Tough.
after fucking Paul.
Tough.
That's so sad.
And then he gave his daughter away at
Yeah.
her wedding.
Oh my God, Paul Walker's daughter.
Paul Walker's daughter.
He
I
walked her
believe.
down the aisle.
Yeah.
And like for all the stuff you could say about the franchise, apparently Paul Walker had like one of the best reputations of being
Yeah.
like one of the nicest dudes
Yeah.
in Hollywood.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah. And they were actually very like close friends.
They loved each other,
They loved
man.
him. They loved him. Oh my god.
So like this movie, it's impossible to watch it without the cloud of Paul Walker's death like hanging over it as a specter. Even we talked about that bus scene early on, like part of why I'm so breathless watching it is because it's this near-death moment from a character who famously died while filming this movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of death jokes in this one.
Yeah.
A lot of like, I hope we're not going to die by Tyrese. No more funerals. Da, da, da. And like, oh, every time I heard one, it hurts
just
your
feel-
tum-tum a little. But I think this was like a very good send-off because it could have,
absolutely.
like, you could have ended on like a dud of an action, but they took a lot of swings and a lot of like big risks. And I think it was like a very good last movie for him. And they gave him the respect of saying his character's not going to die in the film.
Yeah.
He's just going to retire. And so
Yeah.
they have this nice through line throughout the movie of Mia getting pregnant with their second child and him deciding to choose his real blood familia.
I have like actual chills thinking about
I
it.
cried.
It's
I cried.
tough.
I sent you a pic of me
Yeah.
crying at 10:30 in the morning.
I
because
cried
You guys
bef-
made me watch this.
I cried before I watched it, like just
Yeah.
kind of like remembering and thinking about it. And then I'm like, okay, cool, I got it out.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again
And
and
you're
I
just
cried.
like-
It's like,
Nothing prepares you.
it's a really beautiful send off. I mean, one, the whole movie being as good as it is, but also so smart in the character motivation that they chose.
Ugh.
Like, I've just, yeah, I love that they were, as you said, able to give it the reason of like, we are sending this character off to be with his family
Ugh.
and he will live forever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what the movies do. It makes you
It
eternal.
immortalizes somebody,
And
yeah.
that is such a beautiful gift that Vin and the creative team gave of like, we are going to, this is obviously the most crushing thing that has happened to us personally. We just lost our brother, someone I'm
Yeah.
going to name my daughter after, someone who means so much to me. And the gift that we are going to give is that this character gets to live
Eternal.
forever.
Yeah.
Ugh. I
tough.
literally am like choking
Tough,
up again just
yeah.
because that
Oh God.
that last scene
Ouch.
too, like where they're
Yeah.
all, the gang all wins and they're all sitting on a beach, probably Malibu in California, and they do oh my God, I'm literally gonna cry. They do like a close up of each character.
Watching.
Oh my
Watch
God,
it, yeah.
watching him
Yeah.
with his
Play
baby
with his son.
and Mia, and literally I started sobbing because
Yeah.
I'm imagining the director's like, look
Think
at
of-
him.
yeah, think
like
of
this is the last
Paul.
time you're ever looking at him.
Yeah.
And
it
meanwhile,
was just-
they're looking at his
like let it
brother.
out. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I'm not
Hold it.
okay.
And his brother looks just
Just like
like him. Looks just like him to like a degree where they were like, should we just have his brother
Join the
play him?
franchise.
And it was like, no, that would be very weird and like strange. And like there's this video of his brother in, I believe it's like either Japan or South Korea or something like that. And he's at a concert, and the concert pianist that is there that they all went to go see sees him in the crowd, and he starts playing "See You Again," and he just starts
Dude.
fucking bawling.
By the
And it's-
way, don't fucking do that.
yeah, don't do that to
do
me.
that.
Don't do that.
Don't
to
be at
but
a
he,
concert
like-
and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
your brother died. I'm gonna play the theme
The
song
theme
of
song
your
to your
trauma?
brother. But he
That's
also
crazy.
he did it in like a beautiful way, and he like put him on the
Big screen.
the big screen, and it was
Oh.
just like, oh, it's just our the blah 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 is tragically and all this stuff.
Jesus.
And then
I
he
don't know
started
that. I
playing
would
it.
like that.
I think it would be tough, but it
Yeah.
was like his favorite,
Beautiful.
his
Yeah,
his
sure,
favorite
sure.
artist, I believe.
I
or
can't
something
even
like that.
imagine what that day on set must have been like. Like coming
Yeah,
back
that
all
must have
together to
been-
send him off.
Probably the worst time that they've had filming the entire thing, because
For
it's just
sure.
like, hey, let's set aside a day for all of us to kind of grieve our friend.
Mm.
And this is also a reshoot,
Mhm.
probably to end the franchise. That
If
might have been like
y'all
their
don't
last shoot
fucking
day.
do that for me.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to haunt
What
y'all.
is
Yeah.
specifically you want us to?
Have a podcast episode where you CGI me in
Yeah.
Okay.
on put someone, I don't know, use Rainie, honestly.
Use Rainie.
Yeah.
We'll use Rainie.
And I want you both to look at it like it's the last time and say something fucking nice about me.
Okay.
Can I say something brave?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think Vin Diesel gives a tremendous performance in that final driving scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. And he's like just
Through
looking at
tears.
his brother the
Yeah.
whole time.
Like he's at the car. You hear Wiz Khalifa rapping over Charlie Puth's sonorous piano riff.
Charlie Puth never has to do anything
Anything.
ever.
As far as
again.
I'm concerned, Charlie Puth.
Biggest dick ever.
Immortalized. Biggest dickhead, you said?
No, biggest dick ever.
Oh, biggest dick ever.
Like he has
Yeah.
the biggest.
Oh yeah,
penis.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
That was just Kelsey's way of saying I approve
Yeah.
of him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nuts.
like he's the.
It was
coolest.
confusing, but somehow I
You
understood
he
exactly what she
speaks
meant.
my language.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, when Kelsey calls someone a biggest dick,
It's
Okay.
a compliment.
it's a compliment.
means-
Yeah,
It's
I'm like,
long.
damn. Okay, big
Would
dick.
you hook up with him? Because I feel
you
like I'm not
kidding?
trying to hook up with Charlie.
His talent alone, I want to. I want to be near it.
are you kidding me? Charlie Puth.
Try to suck it out of his dick.
If you hooked up with Charlie Puth, he would try and harmonize with your moans.
Yes.
Oh
are
my
you
God, that would be
kidding?
fire, actually.
It would be
He
an
would-
ethereal experience.
He would like, he'd be like
"Oh, wait,
going down
do
on
that
you.
again.
Yeah, he would touch you and you go, oh, he's like, that's actually a C sharp.
Yeah,
I
I get
Probably
it.
not now.
Yeah.
Can I sample this real quick?
Charlie, not now.
No, I would be like, yes, Daddy. Anything you say, I just want to. I want to be around a mind like that.
Yeah.
Like that is otherworldly talent. Are you joking?
I mean, I don't know. Garrick and I both are pretty smart.
Yeah. I mean,
Have you
All
heard
right.
you read ads?
yeah. I also can't read.
Have you heard you read
We
ads?
love
Yeah.
a callback to a
It's real
pre-recorded
bad.
joke.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's yeah, I mean, it's just like it's so simple on paper, but the scene of like, hey, you're gonna pull up at a stop sign, he's gonna pull up next to you and say, what, you thought you could leave without saying goodbye?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Nuts.
cut to a pretty hastily edited montage, but it doesn't matter because everyone's gonna be fucking sobbing, and then the cars drive, and you go right, I'll go left.
Garrett, you got something stuck in your throat.
No.
And then it like you think that you're done crying, and then it fades to white,
Oh fuck.
and then
Oh
in
my
the blockiest
God.
Fast and Furious
Oh.
text ever, fades up for Paul.
Oh fuck.
Fuck. The most.
And that shit just hits. It fucking hurts.
It hurts.
Because like also as a car guy, Paul Walker is your dude. You know, like that's who you look up to. And then also the fashion in which he passed away, you're like, oh
God, it's yucky,
shit.
but
When that happened, did you think that could have been me?
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah, that's what they all. See, he was literally just leaving
a charity
Cars and
event.
Coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's very. It's a car show. It's very normal.
yeah.
You know,
With his bestie,
with his
driving,
friend, does a
yeah.
burnout. Didn't know he was on bald tires. Done.
Ugh.
It's nuts. Like Porsche had to have like a whole thing because he passed away in one of their cars.
Jesus. And I love too that they like they still bring his character up in the next movies, which
Still does calls
that's
and-
like something I'm always excited to like know how are they going to incorporate him back again.
Check in on our baby boy.
I'm so sad. What, can you lift us up somehow?
Well, there's no way to talk about it without talking about it.
Yeah.
It's almost like Paul Walker's death is a metaphor for this podcast's death.
You always reference it.
Yeah.
we'll live. So you're saying we'll also live on forever.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, ready for some fun facts?
Yeah,
Jesus, hit me with
give it
something
so
good. I
fucking
need to
fun,
know.
man.
Yeah, I need to
like
drown these
cry.
tears out.
All right, so a lot of this we obviously know about how it's really tremendous the way that they filmed and were able to complete the movie with Paul Walker's family. So Caleb and Cody Walker, his brothers, they were among doubles. They also provided voiceover. They used some of his dialogue and footage that were taken for previous movies.
Yeah.
So he had a conversation with Mia in the Dominican Republic. That's actually a deleted scene from Fast Five.
Wow.
Whoa. That
And they
actually makes
changed the
sense.
background. They like
Oh,
they
wow.
CGI the background.
That makes a lot of
Wow.
sense. They probably have so much B-roll of other
Of-
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Toyota Supra, which Brian drives at the end of the movie, that actually belonged to Paul Walker. That was
Yeah.
his car.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I thought we were going to
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be fun.
This was a fun time.
It's tough that it's white. Also,
Yeah.
that was the toughest part
That's
for me
angelic.
personally. Is that it's an angelic thing, and then he just drives off into the horizon as
Ugh.
a way to say like, okay, he's going off into heaven.
Heaven.
I'm like, fuck, God,
Unwell.
fuck.
Unwell.
It doesn't hit the same with a red car.
No.
No.
Red is sexy.
Yeah, and then his car is from the original. His Supra was orange, and so like
Right.
you would think that it would be orange, but it being white, I was like, oh, that's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, this is fun.
Okay.
All right.
They destroyed over 230 cars while making this movie.
Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. Smash, smash, go boom, boom.
Smash, smash.
We love
kaboom.
Smash, Smash, Go Boom, Boom.
Car have arms.
This is a fact that I probably have known at some point and buried, and now I read it, and now I'm mad.
Oh, no.
They wanted. Okay. We talked about like The Rock brought to the next level. Jason Statham. Oh my God. How have they not gotten Bryan Cranston? How have they not gotten, who else did we say?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
J.K.
Simmons. Think about who's the coolest, baddest
Stanley
motherfucker-
Tucci.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it Stanley Tucci?
Stanley Tucci.
No, less bald. Take the bald
Less
out of the
bald.
equation. Not bald.
And what was the rest of your
Buzz-cutted.
sentence?
Just think of, buzz cut. Who's just the coolest, baddest motherfucker? That makes it sound like I'm talking about Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
okay,
I'm like,
yeah.
wait, give us more. Give us another clue.
Mm.
Think of the baddest motherfucker.
Okay, this is the finest franchise on the planet, and it deserves the finest caliber of acting. Who could they have gotten?
Robert De Niro.
Get a better actor.
Then De Niro?
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Better actor.
Oh, damn.
They tried to get Denzel.
I was going to guess,
What?
but I thought there's no way.
What?
I was going to say Denzel.
They tried to get Denzel for who?
They wanted to, in the tradition of Fast and Furious, find a big star to play a small role in this movie, who would then go on to play a major role in the next movie. Sort of, it's like, how do you top Jason Statham? I don't know, Denzel motherfucking Washington?
Oh, to
Yeah.
play in the eighth one.
Unclear.
and
Yeah.
what was the problem? Scheduling?
No, he just didn't want to
He
do it.
didn't want to do it. He's a thespian. He's an actor.
He won't do them big
He
action
doesn't care about
films.
money for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
need
have been
it.
cool, though.
Comes from the stage. He's doing Othello right now on Broadway.
Good guy. Good guy.
It
Sounds like a good guy.
So we have the next. What number are we on?
7.
Fast and Furious? No, but have they done 10 yet? Now we're 11?
We're at 11.
Right. So the supposed finale of it all. And they recently announced that they're going to be filming it all here in Los Angeles. I don't know if that's official, but Vince said it on his Instagram.
Right, it's street level.
He wants
They're
to
going
bring
back
production back to LA to support rebuilding after the fires.
Aw.
Very cool.
Did they say it was going to be 2 parts? Did I make that
I
up?
remember it being 2 parts.
It was,
Did
but I
I-
thought 10 was part 1.
Oh.
I thought
Oh,
it
was
was
it?
11.
I
We
thought
don't
it was
know
going to be
anything,
11
guys.
and 12.
You've been
I
with
don't
us how
know.
many episodes by now? You should know
Yeah, I don't.
I had
We
food
don't know.
poisoning, so my brain's a little loopy.
What'd you
Feel
eat?
loose.
We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It was, remember the other night when I sent you my sleep, and it was like I had the exact same thing last night again.
You fool.
Yeah,
You fool.
Yeah.
You did that to your
I
damn
know.
self.
It was my fault. Self-inflicted food poisoning.
This doesn't even
Guys-
feel like work. I feel like I've just had fun for the last hour, minus that whole depressing section.
Hey, remember when the car went off he put the grenades on the helicopter?
That was
It doesn't-
crazy.
And okay,
That was
do you
nice.
remember The Rock walking down the street with a Gatling gun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Pop, pop,
cool.
pop, pop, pop. That's a good
Remember
shot.
that $3.4 million car that they shot through
Yeah, that was
the
cool
buildings
too.
and then blew it up? That was
would
cool.
have been cooler if Paul was still here.
Remember Ronda Rousey's a bad actress, but she has a good fight scene?
I wonder
Yeah,
if she's
she's-
still.
Oh,
acting
remember
things.
when Letty can't remember her memories, and then Vin, they think that he's like passed out after the explosion, and then she's old him, and she goes, I remember everything, and she remembers their wedding, and then she's back.
And then the first thing he says is he goes, "Of course you do." And then the next thing she says when her husband has come back from the dead is, "Why didn't you tell me you were married?" I thought that was crazy.
Why didn't you tell me we were married?
That was crazy.
We got married.
Yeah.
Wait,
How come you
No,
didn't tell me?
she's talking about to
Oh, right.
Elena.
Yeah, how come you didn't tell me you had you got
God,
a
that's
kid?
funny.
Who is he?
The kid
married-
comes up next.
Yeah, the kid is next. Is he married to Gal Gadot's character or
No.
The Rock's assist?
Yes,
Rock's,
correct.
Yeah,
right
Elena.
hand? Okay, Elena. Okay.
Yeah.
Put that disrespect on Gal's name.
Yeah, my bad.
He says Gal Gadot.
You know, it's crazy to think that the best performance of her career was in Fast 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
She's not great in them.
No.
She's so bad.
But you know what they did bring back?
Both ways, buddy. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
He is so bad and also so bad.
With enough champagne to fill denial. You know that line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's something else.
I'm sorry. I love it to death. Anyway.
I'm at Corn Diddy on all the things.
I'm Kelsey Darragh on all the things.
I'm Garrick Bernard, all the things.
And until next time.
Oh!
Guilty pleasures
Fuck.
is coming to an end.
No.
But you'll always be familiar and we'll see you again.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Let's get a car cake.
Okay.
Let's get a car
Great
cake.
ending.
That's a great
Oh, wait,
idea.
we should call Johnny Cakes.
Let's say
Oh,
Johnny Cakes make
Johnny Cakes make a car
Johnny,
cake.
that car right there.
Yeah,
Johnny.
the fucking Challenger.
Yes.
Johnny, okay,
Charger?
consider this. You've been reached out to. I know you listen to every episode.
Yeah.
He does?